Hello, my name is Elizabeth McClure, Senior Class Treasurer. We would like to welcome you to Spotswood High School's 41st Annual Commencement. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and as the SHS Senior Singers lead us in the Star-Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You may be seated. Good evening to our Spotswood families, honored guests, and graduating trailblazers. Tonight we celebrate Spotswood High School's 41st commencement ceremony. We gather here at the beautiful Atlantic Union Bank Center on the campus of James Madison University to celebrate a collection of seniors who have overcome challenge after challenge presented to them these past 14 months. I am extremely proud of each of our trailblazers, and I am grateful that they have allowed our staff and me personally into their lives to share small moments that have helped to shape the foundation of who they will become. Prior to continuing, I would like to take a moment to recognize Ty Phillips, Melissa May, Katie Winham, and the event staff at JMU for making tonight possible. We will not be in this location without their dedication and care for your children in our community. Thank you very much. As I thought about what I want to share with you tonight, my mind kept finding its way back to the idea of the power of gratitude. Gratitude is the art of sharing a blessing you have received with those you come in contact with each day. American author William Arthur Ward wisely stated that gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings, routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. One of my standard conversations with our students revolves around the fact that no one travels this world alone. There are others who help us in large and small ways each day, and it's our responsibility to express our thanks and our gratitude. When we do this, at least 2 lives are made better from the exchange. To help illustrate this point, I'm going to give you an assignment. I'm going to ask you to complete this exercise that I regularly have shared with students during our assemblies. Look at the person to your left and to your right and say something kind to them. Yeah. And that's the exact same reaction that I always get in an assembly with my students. Because you cannot not smile when someone says something kind to you. Your heart is a little bit warmer from that tiny bit of exchange. So with that in mind, I would like to express my gratitude for those who have been impacted in our lives of our students and our community. First, I want to express my thanks for the men and women of our armed services, past, present, and future. Your willingness to put your life in harm's way to protect those you'll never meet is a sacrifice that few of us will ever truly understand. So to honor you, I would ask for those who have served, are currently serving, or will soon serve our country to please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service. As the pandemic grew, we witnessed everyday people demonstrate extraordinary courage, strength, and tireless effort to protect our community. These were our mothers, our fathers, our brothers and sisters, and our friends, who worked hour after hour to provide comfort and hope to those around them. No words can truly describe the depth of gratitude owed to the doctors, nurses, police officers, and members of fire and rescue of our community. So as a small act of gratitude, I would ask those heroes to still stand so we can honor their time, their talents, and their sacrifices. We do live in a very giving and caring community. I am grateful for the leadership of Dr. Scheichel and the Rockingham County School Board as they demonstrated as we reinvented learning beginning in March of 2020. But their first concern was the health and welfare of our school community. They understood that learning cannot take place unless basic needs are met. Then, as we worked to recreate schools on multiple occasions, the words grace and empathy were always at the forefront of our conversations. Dr. Scheichel, Chairwoman Reed, we are grateful for your time, energy, and effort to give it to our community. Thank you very much. I am grateful for the Spotswood families. You have been a blessing in how you supported us, even when you have not necessarily agreed with what we've asked for you or of your children. You trusted us, you believed in us, and I have personally sung your praises to anyone who would listen. Your kind words and personal conversations, emails, and phone conversations always seem to come to me or to a teacher when they were needed most. Your words of understanding and encouragement were the small blessings of gratitude that hopefully brighten your day as much as it did ours. I have marveled at the work of our teachers. They have learned one way to teach and then another. And just when they thought they had figured it all out, they were asked to adjust once again. While it was not easy, they made it work. To our teachers, you understood your importance in the lives of your students. You understood that they needed you and you needed them. While you created lessons, you understood that creating connection was just as, if not more, important. Therefore, you devised ways to reach students and advocate for their needs. I received countless texts and emails from our teachers expressing concerns for their students, as well as notes of gratitude for what a student had accomplished. The excitement in our conversations when a student began to flourish was inspiring. My favorite exchange of the year was an excited text message I received from a teacher that had just spent several hours on a Friday evening with a student who was struggling to succeed. Just as inspiring was the fact that you did not stop trying even when all you saw were small, empty boxes during countless Zoom meetings. As our students enter a new stage in their lives, so too are several Spotswood teachers and staff. Mr. Hu, Dr. Scott, Ms. Sullivan, Ms. Mahood, and Ms. Gallagher, though your time at Spotswood was short, your impact on the lives of the students you taught will span generations. As you move forward in your life's journey, may you receive equal the blessings as you have given during your time at Spotswood. Thank you. Finally, and most importantly, to our students, especially this group of seniors, I want to personally express my gratitude. You may not realize this, but it was you more than anyone or anything that saved me and saved our teachers as 1 month became 10, became 14. Being in a building without you was absolutely miserable. Let me repeat, it was you that saved us. The laughter, the kindness, and the normal teenage issues that you brought back into the building is what makes Spotswood a joy, a blessing, and each day a Thanksgiving. When you first came to Spotswood as rising freshmen 4 years ago, it was easy to see that you were a spirited bunch, and you still are today. In the hopes of harnessing that spirit, I share with you the Cherokee Tale of Two Wolves. And I would like to share this story with you one last time with the hope that you will continue to carry this lesson with you as you recess from the ceremony today. An old Cherokee was teaching his grandson about life. He said, "Son, a fight is going on inside me. It is a terrible fight between two wolves. One is evil. He is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego." The grandfather continued, "The other is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, generosity, humility, kindness, benevolence, truth, compassion, and faith." The grandfather continued, "The same fight is going on inside you and inside every person too." And so the grandson thought for a moment, and then he asked his grandfather, "Grandfather, which wolf will win?" And the old Cherokee said simply, "The one that you feed." And though there were times when the bad wolf was given a snack or two, you overwhelmingly fed the good wolf. When you could have laid down and quit, you stood up and fought. When you could have easily just taken care of yourself, you reached out to help others in your building, your community, and in your family. You made a conscious effort to make the best of a situation you were given. And when given the chance, you excelled. I was impressed that you wanted to compete, that you wanted to learn, and you were willing to do this even as you worked through real life situations that made concentrating on school very difficult. On the field of competition in the high school league activities, you led your team to over 15 district championships this year and into regional and state appearances. As individuals, you won regional and state competitions at Spotswood and at MTC. You fought through multiple challenges and mitigation strategies to have a marching band season and to create a socially distanced performance of Chicago the Musical. Academically, you worked hard at Spotswood and at MTC, and your efforts were rewarded with $1.7 million in scholarships. Though the adults in the room may have helped to facilitate this, it was you who made it happen. Most importantly, you made Spotswood whole again. You returned the spirit to your school. The best part of my day every single morning were the interactions as you came from the parking lot to go into the building. I could see the smiles on your faces through the light in your eyes. The short conversations you and I held at lunch made my day brighter. The fact that you willingly came up to me and to your teachers to check on us and see how we were doing was uplifting. We never truly travel a path alone, and I and the teachers and staff of Spotswood High School are grateful that we've been beside you and you've been beside us along all this way. You were our joy, our blessing, and our thanksgiving. So congratulations, and though it has been a challenging time unlike any other, it was without a doubt a great year to be a Blazer. Thank you and congratulations.
In the Shenandoah Valley, beautiful and blue, stands our noble Spotswood High School, glorious to view. May we cherish thy traditions, building love and pride, blazing trails on to glory, here's to Spotswood High. Guarded by the Blue Ridge Mountains, neath the sun's warm glow, stands the home of Spotswood High School, finest place we know. May we cherish thy traditions, building love and pride, blazing trails on to glory, here's to Spotswood High.
Hello families, friends, Spotswood faculty and staff, and my fellow graduates. Welcome to the Spotswood High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. My name is Katie Singerling and I'm the senior class secretary. I've had the privilege and pleasure to attend Rockingham County schools for my entire school career, and I've grown up with the majority of this incredible graduating class. So now I ask, if you'll feel so inclined, please bow your heads and join me in a blessing over the graduates. I thank you for the experiences that we've had as Spotswood High School students to learn together, grow together, and make memories that we will cherish forever. I pray as we each set out on our separate paths of life, we will always remember where we came from and the wonderful opportunities that the Spotswood community has given us. I hope for security and protection in life for every graduate in any of their future endeavors. Amen. We as a class have been through something this year that a group of kids has never had to experience, and I truly believe that though it was definitely not what we expected our senior year to be, we were the class that was able to handle such a challenging situation. And I'm extremely proud of every single one of you, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for us. I want to welcome you and thank you all again for coming to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2021, and it'll always be a great day to be a Blazer.
Hello everyone. Thank you for being here with us today despite changes in plans due to the weather. I think at this point, everyone in the building is used to adapting to the unexpected. My name is Loretta Dredger, and I have the honor of being the Senior Class Vice President, Varsity Debate Captain, and Varsity Women's Soccer Team Captain. I am grateful to be standing here today beginning the student speeches, surrounded by the people with whom I share so many memories. Before beginning, I would like to thank a few of the people who have greatly impacted my life. First, my family for their unconditional support. Second, the teachers and staff here at Spotswood High School. Every graduating senior here knows firsthand the struggles this past year brought, and you, our teachers, were there for us every step of the way, resending Zoom links or granting just one extra day on an assignment that after a rough week. Thank you all. I have one more thanks to give, but I will save that one for the end. Our class should not be defined by everything we lost. Some examples including the opportunity for the women's basketball team to play in the 2020 state championship game, or the chance to finally stand in front of the stands watching football under the Friday night lights, and a variety of other spring, summer, and fall activities that we will never get back. Instead of dwelling on the bad, we should be defined by everything we learned and continue to learn in the process. I want to share some of the life lessons that I learned throughout high school and highlight my peers who taught me along the way. Number 1, step out of your comfort zone to build new connections. This year, my best friend Ainsley and I decided to join the STARS Ambassador program at Spotswood. Through this, we built some of the most genuine relationships I've experienced in 4 years of high school. Ainsley and I encouraged the freshmen to join the soccer team, and they invited us to their birthday party for Spider-Man, where we ate cookies and colored pictures. Special thanks to Miss Swartzentrooper for vibing with the rounds of Just Dance in the library. These moments are the parts of high school that go unheard, but the memories we will forever hold close. Number 2, always be prepared to go the extra mile. This could be literal. Shout out to Seth Harding for finishing out the cross-country season as the state runner-up. But I want to focus on the little things. We finished a game of senior sock war last week. For those of you who don't know, this is exactly what it sounds like. Players threw socks at each other until there was one man left standing. In this year's case, it was one woman. Another shout out to Julia Lucatordo for dominating the game, entertaining us the last few weeks of school by dragging her friends out of the classroom and engaging in hour-long chases. We should all learn from Julia and go beyond what is simply required, whether it is in a sock war or something a bit more grown-up. Trust me, you won't have any regrets, especially if you leave people smiling along the way. Number 3, this one was the most difficult for me to process, and it is definitely still a work in progress. Life is so much bigger than just one bad day. Taking a step back was a huge part of my pandemic and high school experience. I realized that instances that may feel like the world is ending are really just new beginnings. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we lose people that we love along the way. That is a part of growing up, and our futures hold so much more. Our lives will be big and bold and truly beautiful. Be excited about the future because it holds so much in store for us. So in the beginning, I mentioned one final thanks. Now, I want to thank the class of 2021. Thank you all for being my group of peers and loved ones. Thank you for the smiles in the hallway, the cheers at sports events, and the shared stress of study groups. Miss Berry's AP Euro class sophomore year, you all know who you are. We made it despite all odds, and will be entering the rest of our lives with experiences we can one day tell our grandchildren. We are living through history. Congratulations to you all, and I look forward to seeing you wherever our paths may cross. Thank you.
Well, here we are, the graduating class of 2021. If I never hear the phrases Zoom, social distance, or contact tracing, it will be too soon. My name is Hannah Bryant. I am a senior here at Spotswood, SCA president, and a member of our extraordinary women's soccer team. We are the second class that has been impacted by the COVID-19 shutdown and the restrictions that forever changed our high school experience, our activities, and social interactions. I don't want to spend a ton of time feeling sorry for us about all we lost, but it's important to recognize that despite not getting to experience the normal senior year everyone waits for, including homecoming, lunch with our friends, talking to our favorite teachers in between classes, going to all the sporting events, seeing our teammates' faces at practice, and so much more, we persevered and are gathered today to complete our high school careers. We have done something nobody else has and will remember this for the rest of our lives. We have learned new ways to interact, get our work done, and prepare for life after high school, whether our direction is furthering education, workforce, or the military. We have endured and achieved like no other to strive towards our future dreams. Can we take a moment for a round of applause for the graduating class of 2021? I do feel it's necessary to thank those who have aided us in our journey through the past 12 years. Teachers and staff, thank you for constantly supporting us and finding your patience. Senioritis is real. Parents, families, and friends, we wouldn't be here without you all and your support. Thank you for having our backs and picking us up when we fall down. Mr. Danzy, you have known me since I was born due to the fact that our families are good friends. Your attendance at as many events as you could attend, hands-on work fixing broken situations at SHS and at my house, and your love of Spotswood High School makes you an outstandingly special person. Your Trailblazer Time videos will go down in history. Thank you, Mr. Danzy, and I promise I will do my best to check my email every day, just for you. I know we are all wanting to get to the part where Mr. Danzy tells us to move our tassels to the other side of our caps, but before we move on, let me talk about the character counts traits that we all learned in elementary school. I encourage us all to take the pillars of character throughout the rest of our lives. My dad has been a special education teacher, principal, and now a supervisor of special education with Rockingham County Public Schools. He has built strong relationships full of pure trust and respect with so many people in his life, but most extraordinarily his students. He uses short acronyms to help students learn their material and how to build those relationships. So as my dad has taught me, the pillars of character can easily be remembered with the acronym TRRFCC, short for terrific. TRRFCC stands for the qualities that have helped us in school and can help us for the rest of our lives. T, trustworthy. Be that person your future friends, family, and colleagues know will be truthful and honest in helping them. Being someone everyone can count on will open up countless numbers of opportunities for yourself throughout life. R, respect. Model the golden rule in all that you do by treating others the way you want to be treated. It will make you feel good about yourself and make the world a little better place. And I know my fellow former South River Rapids have been practicing this since earning caught being goods. R, responsibility. Come through with your commitments with friends, family, school, and work throughout your days. It helps you maintain a positive mindset and strong mental health, which we all know only benefits us in life. F, fairness. Hear both sides of every opinion you are faced with in making decisions. Be fair, but stand for the decisions that are in the best interest of the cause you are working for. We currently live in a world where many people dismiss others and don't respect dissenting opinions, so most of us know how it feels to be treated unfairly. Let's be the citizens to change that. C, citizenship. Try to serve as a volunteer at work or for an organization, vote for all local and national elections, and help your neighbor if they are in need. Our society always needs and benefits from bright faces who are willing to help out. And lastly, caring. Let others know you care for them in small ways by just smiling, saying hello, or just surprising someone with a coffee during the week. My mom has been the perfect example of this pillar my entire life, from the hug she gives me every morning to greeting every patient she sees with a smile. She reminds me the simplest things can turn anyone's day around, which is something we should all remember. Let's be a graduating class that takes the high road to support everyone in society, regardless of the color of their skin, nationality, gender, opinion, or any other quality that makes them unique. That's all, friends. Be a person of character. Never forget it, no matter how easy or hard life can get for us. Enjoy the successful times and endure and persevere through the tough ones. You are all capable of success and worthy of a wonderful life. Make every day as great as you can possibly make it, because it is indeed a great day to be a Blazer. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sam Polglace. I'm the senior class president. It is my pleasure to welcome students, families, and faculty to graduation day for Spotswood High School's class of 2021. Every one of you has made an impact on the graduates who sit here today. Our teachers have taught us all the different subjects, but more importantly, they've taught us about hard work, asking for help, failing, and ultimately succeeding. The administrators have shown us this last year what it means to focus on what's important and to persevere. All the families here today have had to put up with us seniors being at home this past year, so a special thanks to all of you. Finally, Mr. Danzy, I just want to say I think all of us in the class of 2021 will always remember which wolf to feed. As I was working on what I wanted to say today, I came across a parable that I thought I would share with all of you. A merchant in the Middle East had a trade route across the desert. On one trip, he got caught in a massive sandstorm and lost his way. The sand had covered up the trail and he had run out of water. Just about the time that he was on the verge of giving up, he saw miles ahead of him what looked like an oasis. Finally reaching the oasis, he dropped to his knees and began cupping water into his mouth with his hands. Then, out of nowhere, he heard this big booming voice say, "Merchant, reach down, pick up some pebbles, put them in your pocket, and in the morning you'll be both glad and sad." He reached into the stream, picked up some pebbles, and took off. Finally, after miles more of walking, he made camp for the night. The next morning, the merchant realized that he had been pretty dehydrated. He convinced himself that the voice was just his imagination, running wild. He reached into his pocket to discard the pebbles, but when he looked at them in the light of the day, he was amazed. They weren't just ordinary pebbles, they were diamonds, emeralds, rubies, and sapphires. At that moment, he realized the booming voice was absolutely right when he said the merchant would be both glad and sad. The merchant was glad he had picked up a few pebbles, but he was also sad he hadn't picked up more. We as high schoolers can relate to this parable of pebbles very easily. The reason the merchant was so happy was because he had just gained riches and happiness. And just like the merchant in the morning, we sit here today with massive smiles on our faces as we are happy about all that we accomplished in high school. While we may not have gained wealth, we sit here today with 4 years' worth of knowledge, friends, and memories that I hope we never forget. Graduating high school is the first true milestone many of us have taken in our lives, so today is our day to celebrate. Again, just like the merchant, we can sit here today and be sad. A chapter of our lives has just ended, and we do not know what the future has in store for us. The reason the merchant is so sad is because he knows he could have gotten more of the gems he had just acquired. I, like many of you, am full of regrets from high school. Even though I'm extremely happy with the 4 years I spent at Spotswood, there was so much more I could have done. As much as I wish I could go back and do some things differently, just like the merchant, I cannot. So my advice to all of you is to take advantage of every opportunity to learn and grow. Be grateful for the people who surround you. Take advantage of your time so that you have no regrets. And when you have the chance, pack your pockets full of pebbles. Congrats and thank you.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty and staff, and of course, our graduates. My name is Hannah Blosser, and I am the reporter for our senior class. Tonight, I have the honor of introducing a speaker whose hard-earned insights can apply to each of us as we begin a new chapter in our lives. He has held various careers in food service, forestry, archaeology, security, chemistry, and many other fields before becoming an English teacher here at Spotswood. Once he landed here, he touched the lives of every student who walked into his classroom, earning him the honor of being the 2019 Spotswood Teacher of the Year, and, in his own words, earning the SHS Best Hair Award so many years in a row they stopped awarding it. Now in retirement, he is a world traveler, writer, and musician who is happily married and celebrating his 25th anniversary with his better two-thirds, Jennifer Keach. Students have said it is obvious he cared about every student and made personal connections with everyone. No one was left behind in his classroom. They recount that he is an amazing storyteller who will never fail to brighten up your day. His many different life experiences have made him wiser, and he is always willing to share his hard-earned wisdom. His insights in and outside of the classroom impacted myself and every other student he taught. On behalf of the 2021 graduating class, we are all grateful for your shared wisdom, your time, and your involvement here at Spotswood. Therefore, it is a joy and a privilege to introduce our speaker tonight, Spotswood's own Mr. Dave Scott.
Thank you.
Good luck.
You all have been through some stuff, haven't you? Thank you, Hannah. Thanks also to Dr. Scheichel, Ms. Reed, Mr. Danzy, Spotswood High School administration and faculty, and the parents and families for coming today to help celebrate this important occasion. Hello, young America. How is everyone? Anything we need to talk about? Everyone okay? Adequate, at least? I started nearly every class with those questions because it opened up the possibility that education wasn't about being right all of the time. Sometimes the answer is waiting for us to construct it. Sometimes it doesn't even exist. That's part of what I liked about being an English teacher. We could agree that ideas are open to interpretation, unlike your math teachers, who are into that whole objective certainty trip. But don't blame the math teachers. It's not their fault you'll never need the quadratic equation, or that no one will ever ask you to find the cosine of anything. They mean well, they come from good families. Somewhere along the way, they just developed ways about themselves that aren't quite right. I'm kidding, of course. In the end, the math teachers are right. It's not their fault they terrify me. And that's why I respect them. Everything we love comes down to math. Music, art, nature, athletics, life itself. Everything is a representation of the fundamental truths of math, no matter how boring. What should you take away from your math classes? Who knows? I exaggerate. This is one place I think schools fail us all, honestly. It was true 40 years ago when I graduated. It kind of remains true today. We are not always clear about what education is for. Somewhere along the way, schools became distracted with standardized testing, which makes it even harder for students to understand what it's all about. Because of all the skills that you'll need in life, online test taking is not one of them. It just doesn't come up ever, making it semi-tragic that we've spent so much time working on those skills. The underlying skills you should take from education are problem solving and abstract thinking. That's the toolbox you've been developing all these years. And the different subjects give you various tools to use to solve life problems. We should have told some of you this a little more clearly, probably earlier, I suspect. I worked for a long time in food service, and as one of the worst math students in captivity, I reflect often on how frequently I used algebra in my stupid kitchen jobs. Imagine my horror at discovering my aptitude for algebra once I actually needed it. How many pieces of chicken did I have? How many would I need for the weekend? How many should I order? All of a sudden, there I am in a stained chef's coat at the end of a long day of grueling physical labor, and the insanity of running a kitchen full of pirates, knife-wielding maniacs. And I'm in the walk-in, solving for X. Believe me, I was as horrified as anybody at the time, but I've come to appreciate the importance of having the tools to solve problems, even if I resented the part where I had to actually learn them. When it comes to understanding the world, I turned to history and sociology to try to resolve my uncertainty about how we ended up where we have and where we're headed. Writing that resume cover letter, English class, of course. How do I carve this chicken? Anatomy, biology. Why does my basement keep flooding? Physics. All of it, every class comes down to that essential idea of solving problems and providing the tools with which to do it. And when you screamed into the void, "For the love of mercy, why am I learning this?" the answer invariably is to help you solve future problems. The reason it's important is because life never stops presenting us with challenges to face and resolve. Or run away from, screaming and crying in my case. That's a response, right? And adults are going to need you all to help fix some of the stuff that we've screwed up along the way, too. So we're hoping you learned something. Take a look around, you'll note that a bunch of us studied problem creation instead. And we're counting on you to fix it all. Someone of my generation, much smarter than me, summed it up this way: we've tried nothing, and we're all out of ideas. I'd like to take a moment to recognize those students here tonight that don't get a lot of notice otherwise. And that's those of you who just kind of slid through school, neither scholar nor exceptional athlete. No honors cords, no team jackets. I see you. I want to reassure you and your families that it's okay. Don't worry about it. I was much the same, an average student, good at some classes, terrible at others, somewhere in between for most of them. I suffered the raised eyebrows of contempt when I decided to go to community college and work a job while I tried to figure out what I would do next. And if you're not sure what's next, I understand that feeling, and I'm here to say it's okay. Find some work, try to keep moving, try new things, feel your way along. It's gonna be fine, unless you just sit in your room playing video games, waiting for someone to bring you some Hot Pockets and a job with health benefits. I'll tell you when it's time to panic, and this isn't it. At least wait till Mr. Danzy tells you to flip your tassels. As your guest speaker, I am obliged to offer some advice to the graduates, but honestly, I'm kind of at a loss. The world is so different from my youth. So for advice, I offer these points. Stay hydrated. Remember that exercise now is totally worth it later. Use a good sunscreen, and for the love of mercy, turn off the notifications on your phone. That's it. That's my advice. My favorite writer, John Steinbeck, said, people don't really want advice. They want corroboration. So, with that in mind, I'll leave you with this insight into the question I started all of those classes with. How is everyone? Adequate, at least? We underrate adequacy in our society. I'm here to suggest we give it a little more credit. A few years ago, the faculty and administration of Spotswood High School honored me when they selected me as the Teacher of the Year. I was surprised, really, and deeply touched. All of the faculty are easily as worthy as me, if not more so. All my friends in the English department outshine me every day. It was a pretty sweet honor, I have to say. And soon the central office asked me to write out my teaching philosophy for use in a year-end ceremony, and I was flummoxed by the suggestion that I even had a teaching philosophy. I wrestled with the question and wrote out a bunch of nonsense because no matter what, I can always fill a page with words, no problem. But it was all funny gibberish, just stuff that didn't have anything to do with my daily work. And then the day I had to send it in, I deleted it all and I wrote out a simple summation of my real philosophy of teaching, and I'd like to share it with you. I used to care where the comma goes, but now I care where the student goes. I shrugged, I hit the submit button, and I was happy to get it off my to-do list, and if nothing else, I liked that it was short. You've noticed tonight, perhaps, brevity is not my gift. But the more I thought about it, the more I accepted it as a fundamental truth of my teaching philosophy. I had labored in my early years to get students to write perfect papers. But somewhere along the way, I became aware that I was making a fundamental mistake and letting down students who perhaps needed me the most. I was sacrificing their good ideas at the altar of perfect grammar for no real reason. Their good ideas and expression became much more important to me than their ability to create perfect papers. Perfection, while an admirable goal at times, had come between my students and me. And this is when I began to think in terms of adequacy, of being good enough. I'm wondering why we as a culture don't embrace this more. Life is hard. We should party when we get to good enough. We should celebrate being adequate. A danger permeates our culture, one that teaches us to find that perfect job, that perfect partner, to have perfect kids, to be a perfect worker and spouse and parent. Well, perfectionism is not only overrated, it's a destructive force that stands between us and happiness. I'm here to suggest an alternative path to contentment that is more realistic and frankly, fun. And this is the path of adequacy, of being good enough at the things we need to be in order to enjoy the rest of life. Most of life doesn't need to be perfect anyway. That email to the landlord about the leaky sink that you have revised 5 times, just send it. It's fine. Company coming, do your best to clean your house, but don't forget to have fun with your family and friends. It's okay, really. It's good enough. School gives a false sense of the importance of perfectionism. Students told me many times that their grade had to be an A, or they would be in trouble at home. I'd ask if their parents had always gotten perfect grades, and the question often stunned the student. When asked, their parents were frequently evasive, unwilling to own up to that lost grading period from sophomore year, when they were experimenting with sketchy friends and music that scared their own parents, or the semester they were in the musical and basically did nothing but rehearse for months on end to the detriment of their GPA. But the important point here is not that parents lie to their children. We could talk about that later if you like. But that those parents went on to be successful, functional adults without having perfect grades or perfect attendance. Right, moms and dads? It's okay, you can tell them. They're done. They probably know by now anyway. I admit I've been lucky in my adequacy and that it took root early and I've nurtured it through my lack of a clear direction or any particular gifts. I've done well by being good enough and trying lots of paths and skipping the struggles that come with perfectionism for the most part. I wanted to be a guitar player and singer when I was young, but no matter how much I practiced, I came up against my natural limitations with a noise that scared my parents and prompted my friends to ask me not to play so much. And I kept at it because it still made me happy, and over time I became an adequate player, capable of banging out a recognizable rhythm and croaking out an adequate melody and accompaniment. I'm also an adequate poet and songwriter and maybe even novelist. I'm a pretty good fisherman and juggler and poker player. I'm an adequate cook, an adequate housekeeper, and I hope an adequate brother and friend and husband. I hope you'll find a way to permit yourself to be adequate at life and enjoy it more. Sure, I hope the surgeon in this class performs surgery perfectly someday, but I also hope that they'll go home and be okay if their lawn isn't perfect, or if their son got a mediocre grade in chemistry, especially since he wants to be either a Renaissance fair tattoo artist or a social media influencer anyway, whatever that is when he grows up. I also hope they'll bang out a song they love on the piano before sitting down to write up their reports for the day. And I hope that they see the value of adequacy in life and taking time to enjoy those simple pleasures in between the perfect sunrise, the perfect dinner, and the perfect kiss. Those moments are amazing, but also fleeting. And there's nothing like adequacy to please us in the hours between them. And as you leave here today as fresh adults, done with compulsory schooling, and on the verge of making your own decisions, please give yourself permission to be adequate sometimes. We're all trying to make it through this life the best we can, and the fruitless pursuit of perfection often holds us down with false standards that freeze us into immobility, with the certainty that if we never try, we'll never fail. I'm giving you permission now. It's okay to fail sometimes, especially when trying something new. If it's something you really want to learn, keep trying, and adequacy will come, and with it, simple, satisfying human success, maybe even excellence. Remember, it's okay to be okay. We change and grow with experience and opportunity, and we adjust our expectations and our goals accordingly. When we stop grasping at perfection, we find peace and pleasure, adventure, mystery, surprise, as well as happiness and joy. I hope you'll go and be creative and open to simple experience, because I believe we all deserve to live a perfectly adequate life. Thank you, Spotswood High School, class of 2021, for allowing me to help send you into the world today, and congratulations for all your many successes. Go forth and be adequate, for with all due respect to the fearlessly earnest Mr. Danzy, it's an adequate day to be a Blazer. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Tonight, we are giving special recognition to our honor graduates and members of the National Honor Society. The members of the 2020-2021 National Honor Society are wearing a gold honor sash with the NHS insignia. Additionally, we would like to take a moment to draw your attention to the program. The students with a filled diamond by their names are honor graduates. They have maintained a minimum cumulative grade point average of at least 3.35 throughout their high school years. All of our honor graduates are wearing gold cords. The number of cords that they are wearing represents their GPA range. Those students wearing 3 honor cords are our highest honor graduates. They have a cumulative GPA of 3.81 or higher. We will be specifically recognizing those students as they receive their diplomas with the words "with distinction" read after their names. We would like to ask those students graduating with distinction to stand now as a group and be recognized. We will also be recognizing graduates who participated in the Massanutten Regional Governor's School with the words "Governor's School" read after their names. Congratulations to all of these students. At this time, I would like to ask the seniors to rise. Dr. Scheichel, Chairperson Reed, and Mr. Danzy, I would like to present to you the class of 2021 of Spotswood High School. Emerson Vaughn Adkins with distinction. Maha Wasim Afridi with distinction. Jonathan Danny Aguirre Mundo. Cy Marshall Alderman. Jeanette Catherine Alls. Connor Gabriel Amberg with distinction. Tyler Michael Thomas Anthony with distinction. Hunter Michael Armentrout. Jade Elizabeth Armentrout. Caleb Ryan Ashby. Thomas Micaiah Bailey. Jairo Lazar Vargas Valderas. Casey Latassa Beard with distinction. David Henry Berger with distinction. Hannah Brooke Blosser with distinction. Camden Waverly Boyers. David Ray Bragg. Abigail Ryan Branner with distinction. Hannah Myers Bryant with distinction. Emmanuel Calixto Susana. Casey Ryan Carrier with distinction. Regicor Grace Cabral Carrillo. Jenny Castañeda Carmona. William Connor Chapman. Javier Jr. Chavez Ponce. Cristina Clemente Alvarado. Liseth Haxiri Clemente Gumecindo. John Ryan Clifton. Gabriela Elizabeth Contreras. Eliza Jean Copeland with distinction. Emmeline Faith Copeland with distinction. Alex Armando Cruz Pacheco. Harley Grace Cup with distinction. Chaslyn Grace Curry. Randall David Curry. Austin Lee Danzy with distinction. Luke Weston Davis with distinction. Shaylee Mylene DeFries. Connor Patrick Dite with distinction. Leah Claire Yuen Dillard with distinction. Anthony James Dooms with distinction. Loretta Christine Dredger with distinction, Governor's School. Julia Angelica Dulo. Dakota Lee Eckerd. Grace Amelia Edwards with distinction. Edwin Jose Escobar Medina. Lauren Ashley Falter. Erin Shoshana Feldman with distinction. Tyler Matthew Flesher. Caitlin Noel Fletcher with distinction. Ezekiel Charles Flint. Andrew Wayne Foltz. Ainsley Elise Fortner with distinction. Silas Benjamin Fowler. Callie Leanne Marie Fridley. Addison William Fulton. Ryan Mercer Garwood with distinction. Ixel Gomez Martinez. Caden Lee Grayson. William Spence Grayson. Cole Martin Grindle with distinction. Kevin Antonio Guevara Lopez. Robert Jeremiah Halliburton. James Brock Hansbrough with distinction. Seth Wayne Harding with distinction. Andrew Lee Harmon with distinction. Hunter Andrew Hayes. Olivia Ann Heffernan with distinction. Ashley Anaí Hernandez. Jonah Sergey Herring with distinction. Evan Luke Hayes. Leah Mackenzie Hoffman. Andrew Lee Holler with distinction, Governor's School. Sadie Michelle Hollahan. Catherine Elizabeth Holloway. Kristen Jean Howe with distinction. Chanel Emelise Hunter. Catherine Maria Ivanchenko. Madeline Grace Jenkins. Nicholas James Johnson. Seth Michael Johnson with distinction. Edwin Didier Hoya. Mariah Brooke Justice with distinction. Juliana Olga Kalimnik. Justice Kiera Kinser. Zachary Thomas Kaiser with distinction. Helen Annalise Kramer with distinction. Riley Allen Kiger. Grayson Lynn Lamb with distinction. Gwynna Kika Lambert. Grayson Marcel Lawrence. Matthew William Lawrence with distinction, Governor's School. Ellen Elizabeth Leeton with distinction. Jillian Elizabeth Lees with distinction. Eric Lee with distinction. Mikhail Mikhailovich Litvinov. Jonathan Noé Lobo Sanchez. Christian Lopez Hernandez with distinction. Jose Lopez Hernandez with distinction. Catherine Edith Lopez Posada. Malachi Scott Lucas.
The Lucases are here.
Julia Ann Lucatorto with distinction. Caden Andrew Ludholtz. Elena Catherine Loon, with distinction. Jaden Scott Lupian. Hayden Adam Lutz, with distinction. Nathaniel Isaac McGalis. Abigail Renee Marple, with distinction.
Nice work, Abby.
Victor Martinez Castillo. Rebecca Jeanette Martinez. Veronica Martinez Lopez. Elizabeth Margareta McClure, with distinction. Matthew William Edward Medlin, with distinction. Cecilia Mendoza Jose, with distinction.
Good work, Cece.
Julissa Adriana Mendoza Romero. Cody Charles Messerly.
Is he the wrong school?
Jamie Marie Milby, with distinction. Madeline Elizabeth Miller. Jasmine Nicole Monger. Manuel Montero Castro. Andrew Thomas Mumal, with distinction.
Muma. All right. Congratulations.
Jeremiah Malik Morris. Joshua Daniel Morris. Kayla Nicole Morris. Peyton Kathlena Morton. Adam Christian Nelson, with distinction. David Anthony Nelson. Bethany Faye Nicholson. Patrick DiLorenzo O'Brien. Daisy Lynn Obst. Pablo Pacheco Calixto. Noah Scott Parker. Emma Marie Parks. Diana Laura Peña Feregrino. Ethan Isaac Pence. Allison Marie Pennington. Annalise Catherine Perkins. Madison Nicole Petefish with distinction. Samuel Madison Polglace with distinction. Jada Mackenzie Piles. Janat Imad Rafiq. Vicente Ramirez Jr. Aaliyah Marie Randolph. Marvin Mauricio Rangel. Caitlin Desiree Reed. Sarah Grace Revercombe. Thomas Baylor Robinson.
Good work, dude.
Kara Madison Rhodes with distinction. Jaden Moises Rodriguez Bonilla. Alma Cristina Rojas Robles with distinction. Manuel Alfonso Romero Guerrero. Benjamin Eli Roth. Hannah Marie Rue. Matthias Hamilton Ryder. Alexis Jair Salgado Romero. Alharth Bashar Saleh. Estefany Sanchez Rojas. Perla Bella Santana. Araceli Santiago Rojas. Samra Sajda Shafkat. Emmett Scott Shank. Yona Shehu with distinction. Ava McKinley Shank. Dylan Lee Thomas Shiflett. Hunter Chase Shiflett. Jaden Blake Shiflett. Jenny Lynn Shiflett. Look at her smile. Ryan William Shonk with distinction. Casey Aaron Short. Nellie Eugenia Shulgun.
Oh my God, it's Nellie. Nellie!
That's okay. Allison Nicole Silvera with distinction.
Nice work. Congrats.
Damian Radom Simmons.
Good work.
Savannah Brooke Simmons with distinction. Zane Scott Simmons.
Good work.
Morgan Alba Simons.
Good work.
Catherine Judith Singerling.
Nice, Katie. Congrats.
Jalen Page Seitz.
Proud of you guys.
Madison Faith Skavaski. Brenna Noel Smith. Darian Philip Smith.
Nice work, Dan.
Shawnette Stepanova. Tyler Trace Stobbs. Joshua Lawrence Stoltz. Tyler Sky Stout. Madison Nicole Sweet. Amelia May Taylor. Adam Scott Teeter. Caitlin Elizabeth Teeter. Jenna Reagan Turner. Antonia Marguerite Underwood.
Good work.
Areli Jasmine Vasquez Lopez. Alan Gabriel Velasco Labra.
Nice work, Alan.
Kaylee Nicole Vines. Eric Constantine Volokitkin.
Good work, dude.
Sion Ruth Ward with distinction. Christopher Chandler Watson. David Dylan James Weissman.
Good work, dude.
Tristan Rashawn Wells.
Good work, dude.
Madeline Elizabeth Wesley. Avery John White. Joanne Giovanni Whitaker Ortiz. Connor Benjamin Williams.
Connor.
Quali Amir Wilson Paulette. Brianna Grace Wright.
Good Good work.
Evan Yo with distinction.
Evan Yo.
Esau Celaya Leiva.
Good work. Nice job.
This is the best part of my job, sending those awesome kids out into the world. Each day is a blessing, and it will be up to you to find a way to enjoy and make the most out of each opportunity. Do this by following these simple pieces of advice. Work hard and be dedicated to a task. Be straightforward and honest in all that you do. Always be prepared to give a firm handshake and look a person in the eye. Read your email. Lend yourself to the service of others. I will conclude our time together by sharing the words of an unknown author that perfectly illustrate an incredible way to live a life. During my time as a teacher and a coach at Spotswood, I was blessed to have special students in my life just like you all. It was one of those students that shared these words with me, and I've tried to live by them each day. I hope that you all find them meaningful as well. This is the beginning of a new day. I have been given this day to do with as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. For what I do today is very important because I am exchanging a day of life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving in its place something that I have traded for it. I want it to be a gain and not a loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not regret the price I have paid for it. So on behalf of the faculty and staff of Spotswood High School and the power vested in me by the Rocky County Board of Education and the Commonwealth of Virginia, I declare you graduates of Spotswood High School class of 2021. You may now move your tassels to the left, and congratulations, you are now graduates.